Hello and welcome to an episode of the Gem City Gridiron Roundup podcast. As always, I am your host, Dalton Van Pelt, Macaulay Calkin, whichever you prefer. We are doing this episode on a Tuesday night after I've spent all day busting my ass, lifting heavy things. So I'm pretty tired, but make this happen.
Yeah, definitely. Dalton's moving into the new digs and into a nice spot before baby comes. Be sweet.
Yeah. All right. Uh, Without further ado, the Jameis Winston-led Cleveland Browns take care of business at home in the snow, which I didn't realize it was snowing.
Yeah,
I ended up
definitely.
starting Cedric Tillman, and he gets hurt in this one. So,
Yeah, that's just a bummer. Concussion. He had the targets for a little bit, and then between the concussion and the weather, I mean, you can only do so much. I played him in a lot of leagues too. You just kind of go with it and hope for the best. I didn't think it was going to be that bad of weather. I should have looked a little bit closer to find details, but playing you, it didn't really matter. So,
yeah, out of nowhere, Jalen Warren um, gets some good fantasy
mhm.
production, scores the touchdown. He was the more effective runner on the ground, so that's cool. Nick Chubb falls into the end zone two times,
That he
and
does.
Jameis saves his day with a rushing touchdown. Jerry Judy, I think you can start in your flex as long as Tillman is gone.
Yeah, he's been doing okay. He's been the leading receiver the past couple weeks after the whole big breakout of Cedric Tillman, but he's been pretty fairly consistent the last 3 to 4 weeks. So
Yeah. One of the wildest um, special teams days in all of NFL history happened in Washington.
wild.
Yeah, it was just insane, man. Um, just the whole thing. Two kickoff returns for a touchdown in under 3 minutes. 86-yard touchdown from Terry McLaurin, which ends in a failed. They miss the PAT, and they just give up on the kickoff return, and Dallas runs it. Well, no, it was a squibber, right?
Yeah, it was an onside kick return for a touchdown. I haven't seen one of those since like high school football.
It was a really poor kick.
Yeah, it kicked right to him, and the guy you can't touch him before the 10 yards, so he caught it and then just took off. That's
Cooper Rush didn't look bad, really.
no. I gotta
Rico
find that.
Dowdle actually had
Yeah,
quite a few yards.
I gotta find
Schoonmaker
that
finds the
spot.
end zone. Obviously, there's no Jake Ferguson in this one.
The best stat line for this right now. So going into the fourth quarter of that game, it was 10-9.
Yeah, it was one of the most
And
boring games I've ever watched.
the over hit in just the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Zach Ertz had the fourth quarter
Uh,
touchdown. Terry McLaurin with the big day.
yep, he did get the 86-yard touchdown, like you mentioned. And big story coming out of that is Brian Robinson re-injured his ankle, and then Eckler did go out with a concussion at the end of the
Yeah,
game.
I think it was like last or second to last play.
Yeah, on that, he was trying to return the kick, and he got popped pretty good.
He walked off under his own power. Everyone
He
thought it
did.
was pretty bad. It looked bad.
Rico Dowdle back in the good graces of having a decent day. He does get, where's he at here? He does get 22 touches for just under 100 yards, 19 carries, 3 catches. Does not get into the end zone, um, but good day for him. CeeDee Lamb's still going to be serviceable, but only 6 yards a catch. 6 yards a catch. That's going to be kind of the way they do things for a little bit.
The Giants' offense had fewer yards than Saquon Barkley. Baker runs into the end zone, does the Tommy DeVito celebration. Four different runners get a touchdown, and Bucky Irving steals the show on this day.
Did you see the interview with Baker after?
Mm-mm.
About like so when did you decide you were into the Tommy DeVito thing, and was that like an insult? He's like, no man, that dude's got some swag. Yeah, Bucky Irvin did take over quite a bit on the ground. Career high in rushes, I believe he had 18 carries. A new career high for him. He looks good. That Bucks um, offense is kind of just moving right now. Even though they've been without Mike Evans for a little bit and Chris Godwin, they are getting like they're getting into the cake part of their season, and they're going to be doing this to a lot of teams.
Yep.
Their schedule
Uh,
down the stretch is amazing.
the Chiefs get a last second field goal to move to 10-1, taking out the Panthers. The Panthers fall to 3-8. Their season is lost once again. It's just a year after year progression. Patrick Mahomes with 3 touchdown passes. You like to see that. But what you don't like to see is Noah Gray getting 2 touchdowns and Travis Kelce getting none.
That's back-to-back weeks for Noah Gray too. He had 2 touchdowns the week prior, I believe, or 2 weeks prior to that. But he's had 4 touchdowns in the last at least 2 to 3 games. Um, yeah, it's very interesting with them. Pacheco is expected to be back this week. He is already practicing in full. They do play on. Um, they do play Friday. No, they play Sunday. Um, but he is expected to practice full this week. So, going to be that two-headed backfield with Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. I don't expect them to give Pacheco every single thing right off the bat, but they'll be rocking and rolling soon.
Don't look now, but D. Avid Moore caught a touchdown for the Panthers.
Yeah, he did.
Jatavion Sanders has been coming on really strong of late, but he goes out with a concussion in this one, and it was the much anticipated showcasing of Jonathan Brooks, who has 2 carries for
Who?
7 yards. 2 carries for 7 yards.
Who? Yeah, he's just a terrible. Just like, I mean, that's tough. Like for folks that drafted Jonathan Brooks, I mean, you were hoping for like week 7, week 8, but it's week 12, and it's his first game. And his first game, he gets 2 carries for 7 yards. They signed Chuba Hubbard just a couple weeks ago to a nice contract extension, so it's gonna be tough for him to play over Chuba right now. Chuba's playing. He's one of the best running backs in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
Um, and it's going to be tough to overtake him right now. So,
No one on the Patriots is worth starting as the Dolphins just mollywopped him 4 touchdowns for Tua Tagovailoa.
if you want 10 points, you start Demarius Douglas. That's about it.
Yeah. Devon Achane catches 2 touchdown passes, so that's cool. Jalen Waddle with the ginormous day. I think Tyreek Hill got banged up in this one.
Nope, did not get banged
No?
up.
Oh,
No, you just struck gold. That was about it.
cool.
Yeah, that was
All
nice.
right.
He did play less snaps. No, about average. They're both playing about 75% of the snaps right now. So they're right there. Um, so but as you know, credit to New England, they're going to take away the best player, and that's what they did. Take away Tyreek. So, well, I'd say Achane's probably the best player on that team. So
He's pretty good.
he's
Uh,
pretty damn good.
sorry.
Nope, get
The
it.
the Texans have been figured out, it almost seems like, as they drop another one, another winnable game. Tony Pollard went into this one with an injury designation, and he played great.
Yep. Welcome back, Nico Collins, after a slow first week back. A nice five for 92 and a touchdown. Um,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
Joe Mixon did nothing. So that
Nope.
sucks.
I mean, I mean, Joe Mixon's game totals are absolutely absurd. Like of all the full games he's played, listen to this. 26.8. He got hurt in week 2. He scored 8 points. Out for 3 weeks. 27-2, 26-4, 23-4, 16-6, 17, 35-3, and 9-5. So you can't complain too much. Um, He played his normal allotment of snaps, but 1.5 yards a carry is not going to do it.
Yeah.
He only got
Amon
by with
Ra
those 5 catches.
Amon-Ra St. Brown and the Lions snooze into another victory against the Colts. Amon-Ra St. Brown is kind of boomer bust right now. Like 12.2 is still good, but it's not what you expect off of him. But
No,
Jahmyr Gibbs has a nose for the end zone.
yeah, do that. He's the number 4 overall back right now. Jahmyr Gibbs' lowest game total this year for fantasy points is 12.1.
Wow.
17-4, 17-6, 16, 19-8, 12-1, 32, 20.3, 14.6, 12.8, 19.3, and 25. Just a nice, he's going to be locked and loaded top 6 pick next year.
Yeah. Out of the 11 completions that Anthony Richardson threw, 6 of them were to Michael Pittman. So they must have had some conversations about how that was going to go.
Josh Downs did get banged up too. He did leave the game and is not going to play this upcoming. He's week to week, so he got hurt early in the game. So that definitely does benefit Pittman. Um,
Yeah. Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings win in overtime against the Bears. Aaron Jones has a big day. Jordan Addison has a big day. Extremely quiet from Justin Jefferson, but Hawkinson also puts on a show out there. Um,
yeah,
DeAndre
only 3
Swift,
receivers caught a pass. So
yeah, on the Vikings.
yes,
That's not true.
only 3 like wide receivers.
Oh,
Like Addison had 8,
Jalen Naylor,
Naylor had 1, and
Addison, and
Jefferson 2.
Jefferson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just 3 receivers. But
Uh,
Hawkinson,
Deon-
yes.
DeAndre Swift was also hurt going into this one. He didn't really get anything going, really. Roshan Johnson falls in the end zone to save his fantasy day. I did have to start him this week
I
in a
mean,
couple leagues.
8.2 falls into the end zone. It's nice.
Yep. Keenan Allen with huge target volume. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
15 targets,
it's an absolutely insane.
9 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown. DJ Moore was 7 for 106 and a touchdown. They threw the ball 47 times.
Hmm. And Rome Odunze, like 5 catches on 10 targets, man. Like, when is he gonna have one of these games? I am. He had one game. He had the 6 for 110 and a touchdown in week 3, but man, he's getting targets back to back 10-week target games. But I mean, when you got Keenan Allen and DJ Moore, those guys are gonna get the end zone looks. He's gonna have to do it from the outside. It's
Yep.
tough.
Uh, don't look now, but Bo Nix has turned the Denver Broncos into a winning football team. Cortland Sutton finds the end zone 2 times, as he is known to
Two
do.
time.
He's a must start every week for the rest of the way, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
Gardner Minshew is done for the season with a fracture or broken collarbone, I think, fractured
Yep.
collarbone.
Correct.
Amir Abdullah finds the end zone, and Jacoby Myers is back to being wide receiver number 1 on that team.
Yep, that is true. Bowers down day. He did get 10 targets, but only 4 catches. But that's the land of tight ends we live in. But them kickers, you look at those kicker stats. Will Lutz, 5 field goals. Daniel Carlson, 4 field goals. 9 for 9 combined with multiple 50-yarders.
It was cold in Lambeau, and the 49ers didn't have anyone besides McCaffrey. McCaffrey didn't do anything.
No.
Kittle finds the end zone, has a big day for a tight end, so that's cool. But the big story out of this one is the Josh Jacobs performance.
Yeah. What a stat line. 26 carries for 106 yards and 3 touchdowns, 0 catches. Just
Yeah.
eat them up on the ground. What percentage chance do you give the Niners to just They're 5-6. They're about out of it. When do they shut down McCaffrey? Are they going to shut down McCaffrey?
No, they're not going to shut down McCaffrey.
And if they're out of it, they're saving for next year.
Week 16.
Yeah. By that point, I'm probably not in the playoffs anyway.
Yeah. Trey McBride, excellent, excellent game.
Stud.
The Seahawks, that I've said I forget they exist pretty often. They got the dub against Arizona. That division is an absolute toss up. In Jigba, third week in a row, huge day.
Yeah. And Jigba, yeah. He's been cooking the last um yeah, shoot 3 to 4 weeks. It's been good to see getting a lot of targets. Didn't play a bunch of snaps this week, played just over 66% of them. But good to see him going. People have liked him all year, and yeah. But Trey McBride, stud 15 targets. Love to see it. Love to see it
Yeah.
from a tight end.
Everybody on the Eagles offense had a great day, but it was the Saquon show on Sunday Night Football.
Man, so I'm sitting there and I'm just, periodically checking in. I have Saquon on one team that I manage, and he rips off that run, and it's close, like back and forth. I have Barkley, he has Stafford and AJ Brown, and it's neck and neck. And I'm like, I'm probably gonna lose, by 5, 6, 7 points. Going into the last like the last two series, I I was down by less than a point. And Stafford gets fumbled or sacked, fumbled. They have to punt it away. It's fourth down. They get the conversion the Eagles do. And then that's the moment when Barkley rips off that other 70-yard touchdown run. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. How can I just escape this pit of a loss by less than 3 points? And he rips it, off a 14-point play. And it was like, dude, it's unbelievable. They compared his numbers to Adrian Peterson's numbers through 12 weeks for when he won the MVP, and
Hmm.
he is absolutely obliterating AP's numbers.
Really?
It's it's you can keep talking. I'll try to find it, but um,
I don't really have much else on that game. I didn't watch it. I did watch quite a bit of the next game we're going to talk about if you want me to move on to that.
yeah, you can do that, and then I'll find
Okay.
this.
We're sitting in the second quarter, and last night, and my wife and I are packing some things, and I was like, "Babe, the Ravens need to get their poop in a group." And poop was in grouped. Um, Derrick Henry made the Chargers front seven look really tiny, which, as far as I understanding it, the Chargers run defense is really good. Um,
Yes.
he was a man against boys in this one. It was pretty impressive. Um,
Uh,
I needed Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers to outscore Quentin Johnston by 17 points. And that was no big deal because, as I've seen, there's a lot of Quentin Johnston memes. He had 5 targets and no catches.
yeah. Um, yeah. He's hit and miss. He's hit and miss, but it was a good game. Um, I
Yeah, it
did
was it
find
was a fun one.
I did find those the comparison between Barkley and Adrian Peterson. So folks that don't
Okay.
know, Adrian Peterson was the last non-quarterback to win the MVP in 2012. Um, so 12 years apart, through 12 weeks, Adrian Peterson had 1,236 yards, so averaging just over 100 yards a game, 120-ish a game. And Saquon Barkley, 1,392 yards, averaging about 130 yards a game. Barkley has 257 receiving yards, so he has about 1,600 all-purpose yards already. and Peterson had 185. Peterson had 7 touchdowns. Barkley has 12. So he's got 1,600 yards and 12 touchdowns. And their team is
Wow.
9-2. Peterson's team was 6-5. Like,
Yeah,
I
that team
know
was pretty bad though.
I know we make the case for it all the time. Like McCaffrey didn't even win like the year that he put up those bonker numbers. Um, but man, I mean, Barkley could rush for 2K. If Barkley goes for 2,500 or 2,300 all-purpose yards and like 18 touchdowns, how do you not give it to him?
Because it's quarterback league, but
I know. It's then make that award then. Yeah, that's so
right,
weird.
because they normally reserve offensive player of the year for someone who's not a quarterback.
Yeah, but I don't know how that works in contract negotiations and
Yeah,
legacy like
no.
Hall of Fame stuff. Like that's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like you give Barkley like an MVP. Like yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, to each their
He's
own.
had an amazing season.
Oh my God. Compared to the Giants, just like willowing in their losses, they chose Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley. Oh, it's just awful.
Moving on to the matchups that mattered. Um, Jalen
Br-
Waddle outscored Rashad White by 17 points, and I got the dub against Zach.
Yeah, man, you had the nuts this week, man. You let it all hang out.
I'm out of the
Um,
basement of our division, but I honestly don't think it's going to matter. I think I'm too far gone at this point.
yeah, I think you're
Uh,
still,
I mean, it's possible, but highly unlikely that I be able to finish this off
yeah, you're still 2 games out of the 8 seed.
with 2 games to go.
Yeah, you need some help.
Yeah, but crazier things have happened. I'm not worried about it either way at this point. My
Yeah,
team's my team's been bad for a while.
yeah, but good for you. I just had a bad day. Didn't even break 100, lowest score of the league this week. Um, Jalen Hurts, only 1 touchdown. Rashad White, okay. McCaffrey, sub 10 points. Cooper Kupp gets garbage time touchdown. Tillman, concussion. Kate Otten got the Bucks blew him out. Roma Dunze, 10 targets, nothing. Dowdle, fine.
You didn't
Um,
have much help on your bench either.
no, I I would it's just what it was. Just a bad week. No touchdowns. That usually makes a difference. But good for Dalton. Just 2 weeks ago, I was sitting at 7-3 and sitting in the 2 seed. Now I'm down to 6. That fast.
Oof. Yep.
But
All
I
right.
mean, I have a pretty safe lead of I should make the playoffs. It's
Yeah,
just
you're fine,
I will just peter out.
Peter.
Peter.
All right. Ethan also puts up
Crush
150 points. He crushes Fuller, um, Saquon,
Saquon.
and Trey McBride.
Yeah. Yeah. Without Burrow and Chase on bye weeks, he still scores
Yeah.
150.
You want
Just
to hit up another matchup?
yeah. Drew takes down the skin of the week, 157.5, takes down Stuart
Is it
Brinkman.
3 points? Yep.
What was that?
I was 3 points away from that skin.
Yep. So a good day for Drew. He gets the Chubb double TD, the 30-pointer Sutton, big Kittle day, big Jacoby Myers day, big Puka Nacua day. So good for him after starting so slow. Let's see if he can squeak his way into the back half. He's 5-7, so he is clearly in that playoff picture. Um, so good for him. Brinkman drops one, goes down to 8-4.
Uncle Luke moves to 11-1. Dad Luke
Dad Luke, 10 wins in a row.
Impressive. He
Hmm.
just had an all-around solid performance from everyone. It was a pretty close game for this week. Most of the other ones were blowouts. He only took this one by 11 points.
Yeah, it was a fairly competitive game. Um, where are we at here? Fairly competitive. Yeah, 142 for Sackett in the loss. Um, he gets a nice day from obviously he gets the comeback win with Lamar um and he had 15 from Dicker. So that's a big difference right there.
Dicker the
Um,
kicker.
Dicker de Kick. Um, yeah, just a solid day all the way around. That's 10 wins in a row, and I'm looking at the Hall of Records right now. He's on pace to tie, if not, the best record in Gem City, um, was 12-2. So he's itching up there. Um, and the longest win streak, he is one win away from tying the all-time win streak at 11
Wow,
wins in a row. Um, he has a chance to break it. He's doing
that's
well.
awesome.
This is the longest winning streak regular season. So
Oh,
um,
wow.
that is which is funny because Luke had the longest win streak last year. Oh no, never mind. That was you. I'm looking at this one. He's at 11. I had to update it. He's at 10 now. Um, but good for him. He is. I mean, one team's got to go right. His dynasty team is in shambles.
Oh, yeah. There's a worse dynasty team out there. Uh,
Poor Blaster.
yeah, his team is really bad.
Yeah.
Uh, anyway,
Anyway,
Garrett Brinkman takes out Heath. Just a solid performance. Everyone or everywhere around. It was the Derrick Henry show that Derrick Henry's A Flowers that sealed it.
and Keenan Allen. Wow.
Yeah, nice play. He had to though. If you look at his bench,
Hmm.
wasn't really too
Sometimes,
many other options.
sometimes that's how it goes, man. But I mean,
Yeah, sometimes you luck into a good play.
yeah. So we're sitting at, let's see here. Um,
I think there's one more we still need to talk about.
is there one more?
Yep.
Gage.
Yep.
Gage gets the win, goes to 8-4, takes down Blaster. Um, the lowest matchup of the week for wins. But you might as well play the Cowboys backup tight end, Luke Schoonmaker for 14.5 points. You love to see it. 3 for 55 and a tud. Um, Jonathan Taylor, 3 points. Um, but yeah, and he had some I mean, he had some bye week issues but Blaster had some big bye week issues. No Bigsby, no Bijan, no T. Higgins. Obviously Olave's been hurt. So
Yep.
um but yeah, we're getting close down to
Oh my
playoffs right
gosh,
now.
his entire bench is a bye week.
Yeah. So right now, bottom four teams are Fuller, Blaster, Dalton, and Heath. And everyone just to remember, um, I will have to um it's a 2 week toilet bowl for weeks 15, 16 when we get there. So I will have to move some stuff around. Um, and because we always do the 2 week toilet bowl for week 15 and then week 16. It's going to be interesting. I got to see how it's going to work this year, but continue to set your lineups. Go from there. Dalton, stay off that toilet seat. Is there a ghost in the house or what? It's a little jumpy.
But I heard knocking. It's weird. But I got my headphones in. Whatever. Um,
Yeah, man.
all
It's
right.
we're coming down. We got 2 weeks to go, man.
Oh, it's Ruby in the other room adjusting the blinds.
2 weeks to go.
Yeah. Let's rip a slate, I suppose.
Sure, why not?
Um,
One second before we go, I'm just gonna do a quick preview. We'll just do opponents.
oh
We don't
yeah.
need to go into
Okay.
it. Top of the division, if I play Ethan next week. If Ethan wins, he wraps up the division. That would give him a 2-game lead with one to go. We have the bottom of the battle of the bottoms. That would be Dalton and Fuller.
Oh,
We
nice.
have Gage and Drew, Blaster and Brinkman. Uh, Say your prayers, Heath. You have Luke. And Sackett versus Dark Horse. Luke has already wrapped up his division. He has a 4-game lead in his division.
Holy cow.
Sackett is 7-5. Um, so Luke's already wrapped up the division. Luke will be going for the Triple Crown once again. He's gone for the Triple Crown like 3 straight years, which is absolutely insane. Like
Hmm.
Luke has been impeccable in the regular season, number one seeds, most points. He has just not been able to cap off that illustrious Triple Crown. One of these years it's going to happen. Why not this year? And then um, for that last division, we have Brinkman and Gage both tied at 8-4 in their division. But Brinkman has the upper hand currently. So that division will, um, that's kind of playing out to be the 2 seed right now. Whether you're going to be the 2 seed or the 4 seed is pretty much how it will go at the moment. All right,
All right.
let's rip it.
As is customary, I say we do a turkey gobbler guess.
Oh, yes.
And if you get the turkey gobbler correct, it's 5 points.
It's 5 points. So overall, turkey gobbler.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, oh man. Let's see here. Uh, I'm going first.
Sure.
Let's go Tyreek Hill.
Okay. I was gonna go one way, but now looking at who's home and who's away, let me just double check.
I really had some two fun, spicy ones, but you got to take the most explosive player, technically, on the slate.
I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, that's fine too. Oh, that's a better pick. Oh God, that's a terrible pick by me. Um, I wanted to do Malik Neighbors just because he gets Drew Lock this week, and Drew Lock is like Jameis 2.0.
Oh, they already move on from DeVito?
He's hurt.
Oh, okay. So they already moved on from DeVito?
Yep.
All right. Um,
By the
Giants,
way, by the way,
Cowboys.
everyone get your turkey gobblers out. Play all those Thursday players. You don't want to be the guy with the turkey gobbler on the bench. Hence, I'm still playing Roman Tunze.
All right, Giants, Cowboys. Give us a bet.
Giants,
Oh, wait, sorry. Let's go Bears, Lions, because that's a
Bears,
10:30
Lions.
game. Give us a bet.
Um, let's go here. How about I'm just trying to come off the fly. I don't even have the spreads either. Dang it. I wish I did.
Minus
Um,
10 for Detroit.
oh, -10. Damn. Um, Sam Laporta catches 3.5.
Over.
Over. I'll go under. He's been bad.
Giants, Cowboys. The spread is minus 3.5 in Dallas's favor. Which side of that spread do you want?
Give me the Giants.
Damn it. All right.
You can take the Cowboys.
Yeah.
When impossible, I always try to make you take the Cowboys.
Uh, Raiders, Chiefs on Friday. Some Black Friday
Well,
ball,
you
as they
forgot
put it.
you forgot the other Thursday game, Miami Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Dolphins, Packers. I was just trying to come up with a bet already for the Friday one because that's where it's going to fall for me.
Yep. Miami, Green Bay. Um, how about let's just do this. More who scores more running back points? Josh Jacobs or Achan?
Chan.
I'll go Jacobs.
All right. Friday, Raiders at Chiefs. Uh, Over under 4.5 total touchdowns in this game.
4.5 touchdowns. Over.
Okay, give me the under. Now we're into the 11 o'clock slate.
Yep. Chargers, Falcons. Falcons coming off a bye week. Chargers playing on Monday night. What is that spread,
Two
Dalton?
and a half in the Chargers' favor.
2.5 in the Chargers' favor. Okay, I'll let you take that point spread. What do you got?
Falcons plus 2.5.
Falcons plus 2.5. That's a good pick. I'll take the Chargers.
Uh, Colts, Patriots. Will there be Jonathan Taylor over under 52 rushing yards?
Over.
All right, give me the under.
I hate that line. Um, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. Let's go. Man, that's it. Let's go. Let's go 4.5, no, 5.5 combined QB sacks.
Under.
Under. Would you have gone under still if it was 4.5?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll go over at the 5.5.
Okay.
Or yeah, 5.5 is what I said. Over four and a half
Seahawks,
six.
Seahawks versus the Jets. Over under uh 2.5. No, over under 1.5 quarterback interceptions thrown total.
1.5 under.
Over.
Houston, Jacksonville. Will Doug Peterson get fired after this game?
No.
Yes. Why not? No, that's basically saying Houston's going to beat the piss out of him. So he'll be fired after this game. Or so
Cart.
to count that bet, it'll be, yeah, like a day or two after.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Um, Cardinals, Vikings, money line, or sorry, over under is 45.5. Where do you sit on that?
Under.
Over.
Tennessee and Washington. Tennessee, Washington. All right. Will, let's see here. I'm looking through people here. Let's see here. Will Nick Westbrook-Akine score another touchdown?
Yes.
You're going for the yes. I'll go no this time. He's on a heater.
Yeah.
He's on a heater. Okay. Nick Westbrook-Akine, yes for Dalton. No for me. Okay.
Bucks,
Afternoon window.
Yep. Bucks, Panthers. Baker Mayfield over under 285 total yards.
285 over.
Under.
Rams and Saints. 2 weeks prep for the Saints. Let's see here. Who gets more? I know that's a terrible bet. Guy, look at the Saints roster. I'm like, oh my God. What's the spread?
2.5 in the Rams' favor.
2.5 point road favorites.
Remember when the Saints were 3-0?
Are they 3-0 or 2-0?
Mm-hmm. Might have been 2-0. I don't know.
Man, yeah.
What's your bet?
Man, it's so terrible. I literally have no bet here. Um can let's see. Let's skip it. Well, I'll come back to that one. You pick the next
Eagles,
one.
Ravens. Pick your running back. More yards. More rushing yards.
More rushing yards.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just gonna go Barkley.
Okay, give me Henry.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that one if I lose.
There's no other good bet. Like that's the bet you take in that game.
Yeah, like what bet do you make in this Rams Saints game? God,
I don't
man.
know.
Um,
If you want to skip that, you can go to 49ers Bills on Sunday night.
Here, let's do this. We'll make a Taysom Hill bet.
Okay.
Over under 10.5 touches. 11.5 touches.
Under.
You're gonna go under touches? Okay, I'll go over.
Mm-hmm. Say 11.5.
11.5.
Okay. Do you want to give your Sunday night numbers or do you want me to
Uh,
do the Monday night and then come back to you?
I'll do you can do yours.
All right. Monday Night Football, Browns at Broncos. Over under uh sorry. Will uh Bo Nix throw more than will Bo Nix throw two passing touchdowns or more? So the over under is 2
Why don't you just do 2.5 then?
because it was 1.5 then. Over under 1.5 passing touchdowns for Bo Nix.
1.5. Over.
Okay. 49ers Bills is on you. And then we're good.
49ers Bills Sunday night football. Um, 2 weeks prep for Buffalo. I'm gonna guess they're probably like a 3.5 point favorite.
7.
7. Wow,
A lot of injuries for the
that
49ers.
is true. Yeah, they don't know if Purdy's playing or not. Um, more or less.
That Eagles Ravens game is probably going to be the Romo game.
Probably. More pass completions. Quarterbacks. Completions.
Niners.
You going Niners? Okay. I'll take Bills.
All right. That's a slate.
Yeah, I hate scoring those.
I know. All right. Well, uh, I am extremely tired. I'm going to go to bed. Uh, Thank you, Zach Ryan.
I am the third Ryan younger
Yeah, even
brother.
with that green hoodie.
Oh man, it's good. Oh man, I gotta figure out where to push stop on this one again. And then they changed it.
Did they?
They did change it again. God dang it. Where are you?
I think you can just hit Shift R, but I don't know. Or Command R.
Man, I just feel like a total noob. Because they changed it. All right,
This
there
is
it
a
is. I got
continuation on
it.
the episode.
See ya.